Hey there, intention seekers, welcome back to another day of our 30-day mindset makeover. I'm so excited. This one today is going to be a really good topic, and it's one that we are going to continue on for the next probably 4 or so days, because it is a massive topic and it's something that you really do need to grasp to be able to move forward, and that is discovering our purpose in life. Okay, now everybody on this planet is put here for a purpose. Okay, we are put here to serve others. We are put here to unite as a group, as a nation, as a world. We're here to work together to create an ultimate aim. Now, no matter what goes on throughout the world, what we need to realize is that we're all one. Okay, we are made up of energy. That is what our bodies are made up of. It's made up of energy. So we need to really delve into our spirit and delve into our soul, and figure out what it is that we're wanting to achieve in this life that we've been given. You know, our bodies, they are remarkable shells that are used to be able to allow us to accomplish what we're needing to accomplish in life. So the next 4 days, we are going to be going through a number of different questions that will really help you to ascertain whether, what your direction is going to be, what your purpose is. I mean, let's face it, we've all done jobs, we've all undertaken jobs that maybe we're not 100% happy with. And that's because it doesn't really resonate with who we are. But we do it because we need to earn an income, and that's fine. We all go through times that we do need to earn an income, and whether you sort of start working towards your purpose on the side while you're working so that you can still support your family or support yourself, or, you know, let's face it, we do have bills to pay, we've got a family to raise, we've got, you know, things that we would like, so we do still need to bring in money. And until this purpose is able to help you do that, you might just have to sort of merge the two of them together. But the first thing we need to do is figure out what your purpose is. You know, I went through, I've been on the internet for the last 9 or 10 years, just sort of trying different things and starting different online ventures and seeing sort of what resonates with me. And being a qualified naturopath, I had a number of different areas I could have gone down, and I went down the nutrition field because I'm a massive fan of keto. Okay, I'm a massive fan of the ketogenic diet, and mainly because I know how carbohydrates affect my blood sugars and how it affects my health overall. So of course I started the low carb keto living platform, and prior to that it was the Wellness Empire. So I've had a few different businesses. I've had discount health products where I tried an online health store, and so I've tried lots of different things, but the thing is that none of them were exactly what I needed. For the last 12 months I've been struggling with trying to, I didn't want to get out of my keto business right away because I was scared. Okay, we talked about failure yesterday, and I had that fear of failure. I started thinking to myself, but what are all of my, supporters and fans and that going to think of me if I just get up and go to be able to move towards my purpose, which is that of mindset. And then one day I got up and I went, you know what? I love all of you guys out there that support me, and I really hope that you continue to follow me on this journey, because I am delving very deeply into mindset, but I still have a passion for keto, and so I will still be talking about keto, and I may go back to doing the low carb keto living at some point, but at the moment this is right where I need to be. And so I do hope that you do follow me, but then I was thinking I can't continue on with something that I know is not what I really want to do, because I want to be able to wake up every day in the morning excited about what the day has to bring, and I was starting to lose that excitement. So this venture of mine, Living Your Intentions, is exactly where I need to be. I've been, my mindset has been so focused for such a long time, and I'm a big one on setting up goals on New Year's Eve, and also revisiting the successful goals that we've accomplished over the past year. And at some point I'll actually show you some of those sheets. Both myself, my husband and my 2 kids do this every single year, and we go over what we've done throughout the year and what we've accomplished, and it really motivates us to move forward. So with the next 4 videos, I want you to ask yourself a number of questions which will help you to figure out exactly what your purpose in life is. Okay, so we're going to get started, and we'll start with question number 1. So question number 1 is, what are your thoughts on humanity as a whole? What do you think that as a world, as a nation, as a community, we are supposed to be accomplishing? What do you think we've all been put here to accomplish in life? Once you figure that out, you can figure out maybe what place you fit within that particular dimension. Question number 2. I want you to ask yourself, how satisfied are you with your life at this present time? As I said before, sometimes we get stuck in a job or a form of employment because that's just what we have to do, or that's what we think we're supposed to do. How many stories have you heard of kids that have decided to become doctors or lawyers or chefs because that's what their parents did and that's what their parents expected them to do? Right? How happy are you? Do you wake up every morning excited about the day ahead? Or do you get up, roll out of bed, grumpy, and oh no, I've got to go in for another day of work? Because if that is how you are getting up in the morning, then you need to rethink exactly what you're doing. The world is full of possibilities out there. There are so many opportunities, and you are worthy of doing something that you love every single day. Question number 3. When do you feel most happy? When you feel most happy is often the time when you know that you're fulfilling your purpose. For instance, one of my happiest times is when I'm podcasting or when I'm videoing. And that's because I know I'm getting a message out. I know I'm making a difference. And I absolutely love it. And especially with my new podcast that's coming up next year, where I'm interviewing all these amazing mindset experts. I'm so excited to be speaking to them all because they are all going to be so inspirational and so just amazing. I'm really, really looking forward to it. And I think the podcast is going to be very inspirational too. These are times when I know that I'm fulfilling my purpose because it's when I'm happiest. I'm also really happy when my kids are achieving their passions. My daughter, she has got a beautiful voice. She's in her school vocal program because they have a special music program at her school. And so she has a beautiful voice. And she's been getting a lot of solos lately, where she's getting up at concerts in front of people and singing by herself. And that is amazing because I see the confidence that is starting to build up in her. The confidence in her voice and also the confidence in what she's doing. And this is because this is one of her purposes in life, is to bring joy to other people through her voice. So, think about the times that you're most happiest, and that will help to guide you towards your purpose. Question number 4. What would you do if you didn't need anyone else's approval but your own? How many times, as I said before, how many times have we gone and done something because we thought it would make our parents happy, or we thought it would make our teachers happy, or we thought that it would just make somebody else happy. But it doesn't make ourselves happy. Okay, we are in a society where university and TAFEs and, colleges are put on a high pedestal. Everybody has to go to them because otherwise you've got no chance in life. Now, I've always believed in having every opportunity that you can, which is why we do promote for our kids to go to year 12. We do promote for them to put themselves in the position that if they wanted to go to uni, then they could. But I'm not going to force them to do that. If they decided to go and do some online venture or to really move towards fulfilling their purpose, I would be 100% behind them. The thing is though, we are often so frightened that our kids are going to make mistakes that we take the safe route. But it's really important that not only we follow our highest purpose, but that our kids do too, and that we encourage them to figure out what that purpose is. Question number 5. Now this is a really good one, and I often ask myself this all the time. What would you do if you never had to worry about money? What would you do if you had enough money to provide all of your bills, to provide some spending money, you were just in a state of comfort and you never had to worry about money? What would you do? Would you still be in the job that you're in right now? Or would you give it up the moment you knew that you were going to be supported? Because that's a good indication as to whether you're in the right area at the moment. Okay, now I often ask my husband and I say, what would you do? Say we had unlimited money and we never had to worry about finances, and you just wanted to do something just for the sake of it, just because you really loved it. And my husband, don't get me wrong, he loves his job, but his job's very competitive and he's having to constantly apply for grants. You know, he's a scientist, but he does love it. But it gets a bit tiring sometimes, applying for grants, and then, you know, you may not get the grants, and then it's a constant state of worry. So one day he would like to go and do something different. So I often ask him, what would you do if you didn't have to worry about money, if we were set? And so we've often discussed this, and we both love cruising. Oh, I love the cruise ships. We go on the cruise ship every couple of years with my kids, and we absolutely adore it. We went on the Oasis of the Seas last year, the end of last year, with my cousin and her family, and it was amazing. And, you know, the biggest ship to ever land in Australia, which was really, really cool. And so we went on that, and we love cruising. So he said that one of the things that he would love to do would be work on a cruise ship. But like as one of those, the people that are actually managing the whole thing, you know, cruise directors, he'd love to do something like that. So it's something you really need to think about. What would you do if you never ever had to worry about money? Okay, and question number 6, it's quite similar to the previous one, but what would you do if you weren't even paid for it? Okay, if you were going to get no money at all for something, what would you do? Just because you love it. Would you go to the job that you're in at the moment even if you weren't paid for it? Most people would probably say no. They'd say that they're there because they want to earn money to be able to support the family, and that is so okay. That is really just what we need to do until we figure out another way of doing something to work towards our purpose. So what would you do if you weren't even paid for it? Well, let me say, podcasting, videoing, it's all stuff I do for free because I want to get the message out and I want to help as many people as I possibly can. And I know by helping other people will help me. And I also know by helping other people, good stuff's going to happen. Okay, I am going to be catered for, I am going to be looked after, and I know that you know, the universe and the law of attraction and everything, I 100% believe in it. And so by putting out good vibes and by doing stuff for other people, I know that I'll get it back in return. So I'm not worried about money at all. And, you know, it kind of helps that my husband's on a good salary and he supports us quite well. But, you know, if I wasn't paid for it, then you know what? I'd be doing just what I'm doing right now. So you need to think about that. Okay, guys, so there you go. We have got 6 questions that I asked you today. Go back over the video, re-watch it, re-listen to it, and then really dig deep this afternoon while you're thinking about it. And figure out how to answer those questions. Tomorrow we're going to come back with another 6 questions that you can ask yourself. Put it all into like a diagram or something that will help to move you towards those areas. So your homework for today, as I just said, you need to go and write down your answers to these 6 questions. By putting all of this together, along with the other 18 questions you can ask yourself in the next 3 days, will help you to really figure out how you want to mold your life and what steps you can take to move towards that. Right, okay, we're on to the final section of this video, and that is my mindset portion. And it's pretty similar. I'm still working on my massive vision board. Today's been really focused on trying to confirm some of these interviews that are coming up next month. And just, you know, doing a bit of research. And the more I do research into my guests, the more I'm so excited because they have got such amazing stories. And that's the one thing I love about working in this area, is that all the people you come across are so positive. You don't have to worry about negativity because they are all so amazing. So that's, you know, that's when I just know that I'm on the right area. Okay, intention seekers, thank you so much for joining me today. And remember to come back tomorrow where we're going to go through another 6 questions that you can ask yourself to figure out what your purpose is. Okay, I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.